Hello, I am starting a new series on deities. And for our first one, we are going to talk about Amaterasu, which is the one supreme deity of the Shinto religion from Japan. I have another YouTube channel called Occult 44. And on this, I had planned to do a video on Amaterasu like 6 months ago. And beforehand, though, I thought, Amaterasu was mentioned in the Kojaki. And this is a available to read for free book. Let me read this book. So I did an audio book of this. And I can't really recommend that you go listen to my videos of it, but you can, and I will have it linked hopefully on the screen now, if not at least in the description. But it's really hard to follow. So I think it partially has to do with the translation that I was reading off of, because everyone is called Augustness. And because of that, it was difficult for me to follow which deity was doing what and who was who, especially while I was doing the recording, because I was focused on the recording. But I did find a description here of what actually happens in her story. So I will be reading from this website, and it will be linked in the description just in case you want the reference. The oldest tales of Amaterasu come from the 680 AD Kojiki and 720 Nihon Shoki, the oldest records of Japanese history. In Japanese mythology, Amaterasu is the sister of Susanoo, the god of storms and the sea, and of Tsukuyomi, the god of the moon. All three were born from Izanagi when he was purifying himself after entering Yomi, the underworld, after failing to save Izanami. Amaterasu was born when Izanagi washed out his left eye. Tsukuyomi was born from the washing of the right eye, and Susanoo from the washing of the nose. She became the ruler of the sun and the heavens along with her brother, Tsukuyomi, the god of the moon and ruler of the night. Originally, Amaterasu shared the sky with Tsukuyomi, her husband and brother, until out of disgust, he killed the goddess of food, Ukemochi, when she pulled food from her rectum, nose, and mouth. This killing upset Amaterasu, causing her to label Tsukuyomi an evil god and split away from him, separating night from day. The texts also tell of a long-standing rivalry between Amaterasu and her other brother, Susanoo. When he was to leave heaven by orders of Izanagi, he went to bid his sister goodbye. Amaterasu was suspicious, but when Susanoo proposed a challenge to prove his sincerity, she accepted. Each of them took an object from the others, and from it birthed gods and goddesses. Amaterasu birthed 3 women from Susanoo's sword, while she birthed 5 men from her necklace. Claiming the gods were hers because they were born from her necklace, and the goddesses were his, she decided that she had won the challenge, as his item produced women. The two were content for a time, but her brother became restless and went on a rampage, destroying Amaterasu's rice fields, hurling a flayed pony at her loom and killing one of her attendants in a fit of rage. Amaterasu, who was in fury and grief, hid inside the Ame no Iwato, heavenly rock cave, thus effectively hiding the sun for a long period of time. Though she was persuaded to leave the cave, Susanoo was punished by being banished from heaven. Both later amended their conflict when Susanoo gave her the Kusanagi no Tsurugi sword as a reconciliation gift. According to legend, Amaterasu bequeathed to her descendant, Niniki, the Yata no Kagami mirror, Yasakani no Magatama jewel or orb, and the Kusanagi no Tsurugi sword. This sacred mirror, jewel, and sword collectively became the 3 imperial regalia of Japan. But what I find really interesting about her is that she is considered the highest deity in Shinto, but she is not the creator. Normally, you would think that the creator deity would be the highest deity, but she is actually the daughter of Izunami and Izunagi. So it's interesting that she is the highest instead of them. And she also is not the only child from them. She also has two brothers, Tsukiyomi, who is the moon god, and Susanoo, which is the storm god, while she is the sun god. And if you know the Japanese flag, it is a sun, and Japan is also called the land of the rising sun. But what I had not put together is that the sun on the flag is actually supposed to represent not just the sun, but also Amaterasu herself. And Amaterasu is seen as such the high deity that there are even people that worship her, but don't worship the other Shinto deities. And this is coined the cult of the sun. So she is the biggest deal in Japan. And not only is she worshipped the most, but the emperors of Japan are supposed to be the direct descendants from her so that they have that sun connection. She can be symbolized by the sun, a mirror, kites, arrows. She is considered to rule over the sun, the skies, agriculture, weaving, and sometimes she can be considered to also rule over winds and typhoons along with her brother, Susanoo. And sometimes she is said to also have connection to death. And sometimes she is represented with or as a snake or a dragon even. And in a very popular pop culture reference to her is the game Okami, which has her incarnate into the body of a wolf. So that could be seen as a representation of her as well. Now, she has a main temple in Aonaiku in Honshu, Japan, and also has and her main day of worship is on December 22nd. But some other celebratory days are May 3rd, which is the Hakata Festival, July 17th, which is the Great Festival of the Sun Goddess, December 21st, which is the winter solstice. Some reasons that you might call her in would be for purification, cleansing, ridding any negativity from yourself, to hone in on your femininity and the strength of the feminine energy, and just for a sun connection, to have any connection to the sun and love light coming from the sun and the vitality and energy that comes from the sun. What's interesting is I found a specific summoning ritual for her, even though, as they state, she is the sun, she is there all the time, so you don't really need to awaken her, but you can call her energy more towards you. For this, they recommend that you do this on a night of the full moon, on a Sunday, and at night. So they want you to have 13 candles, being yellow or gold to represent the light of the sun, and one white or silver candle to represent spirit. And you can anoint these candles with oil. And it's also recommended that you use sandalwood incense during it, and that you can put things on your altar. This can include a necklace, yellow colors, anything that is Japanese or related to the sun, jewels, rice, wheat, kimono, anything silk, a sword, or a mirror, and open up a circle as you would in any Wiccan spell, and call her in specifically. And the invocation that they provide is Amaterasu, shine your light on us, Fill all the darkness with your love and light. Renew our earth and heal us all who dwelleth upon. Shed light on those caught in the maze, and may all truth be seen as it is. Bless our crops, remove disease, deceit, greed, and hate. Amaterasu, you hold the light to shine the way. We thank for all you've given to this day. Amaterasu, our thanks is great. You are the light, you are the way. Where beauty dwells, it's where you shine. You are the source of all that is life. May you forever shine on us so bright and awaken us the stars that we truly are. So mote it be. And then obviously close your circle. There is also another ritual that you can use to summon her, which involves mirrors. So to do this, you are to take a mirror, bow before it, because that is what you do in Japan when you greet someone, you bow. Greet her, look into your own eyes, and call her name 8 times, which is the number of infinity. And then concentrate and listen for the words that come telepathically to you from her. So please subscribe if you would like to see more of these deity videos, and check out our other videos for more spiritual related content.